welcome to Spurs Version TV. Of course, good evening to all you guys in Asia, and of course, good afternoon to all guys in Europe, and of course, the UKs and London especially, and of course, good morning to you guys in the Americas, right? Especially Canada, where my good brother Brian Daigle's from, right? And of course, the rest of uh, the world. That's the rest of the world, right? Before I bring in our next guest, he's debuting today, right? This I'll have a few words before I bring him in. After watching some videos from the podcasters recently, I have a few things that I have to say, right? It's very simple. It's this way. First of all, about the slashing of the Arsenal YouTuber, right? It's not an allegedly thing. That's something that's happened. That's really happened. So, still did make a video about yesterday, right? Fearing that our Spurs fan base will turn to something like that, which I hope it doesn't, right? Because I guess if there's too much hate around and all that, it's not good for anyone. It's not good for anyone. And of course, I want to put to bed the Sony debacle and debate that's been going on forever, ever since the season has started, right? All I just want to say to the fans out there, show some compassion, right? Sony has always been called one of our best providers throughout the season. He's just had 3 or 4 bad games coming into the start of the season, right? Instead of heaping the hate on him and all that. Yes, I understand he has not been performing well, right? He's been underperforming and all that, but we can just say it nicely, right? And not go to the extreme of like, we got to sell him, right? He deserves to be on bench and he's, all the whatever words that we use against him, right? So, uh, that's all I have to say at the moment, right? And before I bring in my next guest, right? He's making his debut, and every new guest that joins Spurs Vision always gets this. Hasper TV will be joining us. Harry, just be careful, right? The music is a bit loud, so earphones. Just all right. Be ready.
No, it wasn't that loud. It wasn't that loud.
Good afternoon, Harry.
Good afternoon.
Harry is, I call him Harry, but Hasper TV is his channel that he has, right, guys? If you're not subscribed to Hasper TV, right, on YouTube, right, please go ahead and subscribe to his channel, right? He's a cool
Thanks,
guy.
Eugene.
Yeah. Good to have you on. Good to have you on, right?
I mean, it's good because obviously you came on my channel as well a few weeks ago, a few months ago.
Thanks for it.
So it's nice to come on as well. Yeah. I really enjoyed that actually.
But for my channel is that usually we have a lot of guests, but I think usually I do it on Wednesday. There's a lot of guests, but when it comes to Monday, right after the week after the games, right, most of the big channels are running their shows now, so we're competing.
Oh, you say that? I've been on probably about. It's funny you say it because I've probably been on about 4 different channels in the past 24 hours. I think.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching, right? I've been watching.
So
from Savas to
I was on Hotspur Hood yesterday. I was hosting. I don't know if anyone saw that. And then I was on Bob Spurs in the morning. And I was on Saturdays the night before. So yeah, I think it's my number, like in my own show as well. So this is my 5th show. I think the past like 24 hours, 48 hours.
Yeah, I know. But it's a bank holiday, right, in the UK now.
So I've got a lot of time off. So
so that's why.
What better way to talk about Tottenham?
I know. Like you heard in the beginning what I said, right? But before we go on to that, big up to Chris Agamba, big up to Chris, right? And of course, I will say just most hated, right? He's from Singapore. He's a 16-year-old boy from Singapore. Big up to him too, right? Thanks for watching. If you want to hop on, I can send you. I put the link in the channel. You can jump on if you want to. Just let me know, right? Most probably along the way there'll be a few more guests jumping on. I hope so. Maybe not. But you could just be 2 of us chatting about Spurs.
Yeah.
Actually, there are a lot of things to talk about at the moment, right? Let me just go through the banners. What do we have to go for first, right? Let me see what does.
Hey Bob, you're right.
Hey Bobby. We got Bobby. Bobby's working. If not, Bobby will join us too, right?
Or Bobby K or Bob Spur. I don't think
Bob
Hype's Bob
Spurdy.
Spur.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bob Spur is usually Bobby. Bobby K is Bobby K.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
Because I know both of
Bigger
them.
than
So.
Bobby. Bigger Bobby. I'm not sure Bobby's your what you call it? Your NHS thing is still going on. If you guys,
he raised, I think, over 5K. I saw.
yeah, he's raised over 5K. And if you guys, right, don't forget, this is to
PayPal.
the PayPal channel, PayPal account. This is about Spur TV and NHS, right? So anyone likes to, have a few quid to spare, right? No pressure, no pressure. If you do, just go over and just chuck a few quid in, right? It's for a good cause, right? For the nurses. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for the nurses, right, Bobby? Right. Okay. The next thing is, of course, let's go to this Sunday. Yeah. Oh, right. Not to be like an echo chamber and all that. We won't go into the son thing. We won't go into.
Oh god, I don't know. I was really scared. I was like, I
don't know that. No, I've been listening to that for like 3 weeks and it's still not over.
Did
So
you
my
see last night's Will Stewart show at all?
for me, it was in the morning. I got up.
So I was up till like 4 a.m. commenting because obviously it was full. Like there was 10 people on there, and it was just literally because do you know C Cubed? To be fair to her, I actually really like her. Like even though I don't agree with her points, she speaks really passionately. So okay, I know she's watching this, but I don't agree with her points, but she speaks really passionately. But the debate has been going on for about like a week, and I've been on 2 or 3 shows I think when it's happened, and it's just like just never ending.
Yeah, and I was watching it right until Daigle was so bored he has to bring Simba and feed him. Oh dear. No, I won't go there.
Like this.
And then he's like, what's this all about, right? Right, and let's see what Bob Spur says. Bob Spur says, yeah, still ongoing. We reach, big up Bobby. 5017.11. Yep, bring some smiles to the nurses. Yeah, Bobby, bring some smiles to the nurses. Yeah, we are waiting for that video to come out. The smiles. Right. Yeah, I know. I was watching in the morning. Usually, on Mondays, I'll join Will Stewart's
because
channel.
it's a bit early. It's a bit better time for you, I think.
Usually, I'll be driving to work on Mondays.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll be the drive with Eugene always
in the
happens.
background.
Yeah. Right. So I'll be usually, but this past 2 weeks is because my off day's been changed to Monday. That's why I'm doing shows on Monday now.
Okay.
Doing shows on Wednesday. So I wasn't able because I had some prior appointments to do, errands to run, on your off days and all that. So it is what it is. But I did listen for about an hour or so, and
it went on. I think
never
about 3 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah, until Will has, because I got to leave soon, right? He's got to lose weight and all that, right? And it's gone on. But to tell the truth, right, this conversation has been going on too long. It's getting really.
I think it's been since even maybe the first game. To be honest, I think. For me, I only
it started in the first game, but it just went a little more intense and more intense and more intense and more intense, and now I think it's reached its pinnacle, right? And everybody's
just think it's drop.
I think everybody's going to be really tired of it, right? Sooner or later. I
think it depends on Wednesday, if he plays on Wednesday.
No, I'm sure he's going to play. Come on, it's Conte. We all know what Conte does, right?
I know, but I think the conversation wouldn't exist if we didn't sign Richarlison, to be honest.
If we didn't sign Richarlison, then the conversation is that, we're going to wear them out again. You go back to the same.
I mean, the conversation with Richarlison of Son being dropped or rested, however you want to phrase this, rotated. I'm saying dropped because that's how I feel, but this conversation would not exist if we didn't sign Richarlison.
But if we didn't sign Richarlison, right, this conversation would not exist, right? Ben, if he's not performing up to the standards that we hope he does, right, then he'll go into a different line. It always does. You get what I'm saying? Right, and then
he needs
to be arrested, then bring on Mora or something, right? Put Cooley they'll always find something to talk about. Yeah, I don't think what I'm saying is that it's so simple, right? Where's the loyalty of the Spurs fans? That's all.
I think
you can say to rotate him, to bench him, rest him, right? So at least not go to the sense become something like hate statements, right?
Yeah, it's not. I don't hate Son. When I say drop him, I don't say I hate him. I just think Conte wants to develop this mentality where players don't feel like their position is safe, right? So if players have bad performances, it's good to question oh, we should change him and put in Richarlison because Richarlison's come on and made an impact, at least for me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I hate Son. I help Son. I want to sell Son. I'm
No,
just saying
but the
if
thing
a
is that,
player's playing badly and we have an option to bring a player
we have
in,
option.
let's
We have
do
an
it.
option.
Yeah,
That's the word, option.
yeah.
But the
Because now
problem
we
is,
do
right,
have the options.
yeah, but you see, like on Twitter, right, it's gone to the extreme. Yes,
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of people gone to the
I'm not
extreme.
saying. I'm not saying I want him sold. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they're saying you even heard that right on Twitter. They want him sold and all that. They tell the truth, right?
I haven't actually seen that, to be honest.
Yeah, there are a lot of. I tell you, the top clubs in the world will take Son in a blink of an eye.
I know. It's just
so why do
he's a
you
bad
talk
run
to
of form, really.
any of the top? Even you talk to any
Liverpool,
M City
Man
fan,
United.
Liverpool,
I think Man City would
everybody,
take him as well. But
everybody will take him. So why
I'm
are we
saying Sonny also has credit in the
right?
bank. I think that's what he's trying to say. He has credit
Yeah.
in the bank from last season as well.
Mhm.
So I can see why people want to give him a bit more time. But at the same time, if you were going by Conte's mentality, if he's playing badly, we bring someone else in. Now we bought Richarlison for a reason. That's I'm not saying, just so people know and watch this, I'm not saying to sell Son. I'm not saying I hate Son. I'm not saying he's rubbish. All I'm saying is if a player's playing badly, and right now Son for me, just in my opinion, is playing badly.
Why do you hate Son, Harry? Just joking. No, but to tell the truth, right? Of course, we're already in game week 4, right? I think this season is really taken fast because of the stupid World Cup coming somewhere mid-November or something like that, right? And of course, from Wednesday onwards, it's going to be more or less 2 games per week, 2 games per week, 2 games per week. So let's see what happens there, right? I mean, it's time for us to actually show what we have, the depth of our bench, right? And of course, we're going to go back and look at the review of this Forest game, right? Number one, as I said, we won 2-0. But the performance, you can say no. The performance again. Why? I mean, my question was, when I watched that game yesterday, when we broke, right, there were only 3 players up top.
Yeah.
Where are the rest of the guys? Yeah,
well,
so I was like mind blown.
Have you seen our right wing back?
No, that guy can stay wherever he wants to stay, right?
But what I'm trying to say is that, because obviously, I can see what you're saying, because it's like with the midfield we play and the wing backs we play, Perisic, I guess, would join the attack more than Emerson. It's almost like we're having a lopsided back 5 in some ways, because I find Perisic just goes forward and Emerson drops, and Kulusevski plays as a winger for the most part.
Yeah, we all see that, yeah. But the thing is,
that's part of the problem, I think. If we don't have a wing back on the other side,
we have a total imbalance at the moment now. That's all I see. There's a total imbalance there. But surprise, our 15 million pound boy came onto the field for the last 5 minutes or so, right? He did put up some good runs, right? He did show some pace and some power with the pace. Maybe that's the beginning of his career, since the matches are coming thick and fast. Maybe he'll be used on Wednesday, or maybe on Sun. Are we playing Saturday or Sunday against Fulham?
Saturday. It's 3:00 English time. I don't know what time that is.
Yeah. Just hold on for a while, right? I'm going to bring on my good brother.
Okay.
Hi, Brian. Good morning. Hey. Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing good. First of all,
are you okay?
I'm good, my man. I'm good. First of all, it's Lisa's birthday today, isn't it?
No, 27th of July.
No, whose birthday? I'm looking on my Facebook now.
Hold on.
It's Lily's birthday.
Oh, Lily. Okay, yeah.
Who's Lisa?
It's fine. Don't worry.
Okay, so just so you know, it's really, really weird. I mean, Haz and I are in the same WhatsApp group, which obviously I knew Haz has, but then Haz reached out to me like, Brian, how the fuck do you know my sister? And I went to school.
Yeah.
I was in the same class for about 6 years as his sister.
Yeah.
All right.
That means crazy. It's a bit crazy.
Okay, that means Lisa is Haz's sister.
Yeah.
No, that's another one. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got a couple of sisters, but me and Stell, who went to school together in the same class, have been part of this YouTube world. Has come into this world, and he's literally going through Facebook. He's like, "How do you both know my sister?" He knew Stell, but he's like, "How do you know my sister?" I was like, "I went to school with her." It's just like the most random thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Has, this is gonna blow your mind, right?
Okay.
You went to school with us.
No.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
All right, wait. All right. Your sister's birthday, right? 27th of July, right?
Yeah.
It's my birthday too.
Oh my god.
Oh, I tell you, I love this family. I really love this family. Oh, we're
That's
getting
so
closer and
weird.
closer. Yeah, it's getting overlapped, and birthdays, sisters in the same class, right? But I'm not gonna
It's a
bore
family, so
Daigle. Yeah, I'm not gonna bore Daigle about what we were talking just now about. What you've been
we
talking.
didn't want to touch
for the
on
past-
Son.
Yeah, we're not gonna touch.
Oh,
And then he'll bring
mate,
feedback
mate, I was on Wolf Stream yesterday.
I
We
know,
spoke
I
about
saw.
we spoke about Sun longer than the game was.
I saw your face like this.
Oh mate, I was
Yeah,
melting.
I saw that
melting.
too. Yeah, I know. And then
I couldn't
you had to
believe
bring
it.
Simba
I was
on,
like-
right? Yeah,
The
just
only
to
reason,
distract everyone.
the only reason I didn't shout and scream is it was
Yeah.
coming up to midnight and my mother-in-law and wife are asleep. And as
Yeah.
much as I love to scream, waking my wife or mother-in-law up at that time is just not worth the aggro right now. Unless it's Levy orientated, it's just not
Yeah.
worth it.
Let's save that
I
for
know,
Friday.
Yeah, Thursday or Friday morning, Thursday evening for me. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one. Yeah. But of course, Brian,
Yeah.
Heath and I were talking about the Forest game, right? Our
Yep.
performance again is in question.
Yep.
Somehow or another, I was like going like, come on, we look really imbalanced to a certain extent, and we're being packed back by Forest. Imagine that.
You can't say you cannot say this stuff. It was wonderful football. It was like the hot as I started calling us the Hotspur Globetrotters. Wonderful football. It's like peak Brazil with Pele. Wonderful football, all part of a plan, free flowing, attacking, the Hotspur way. It had everything. It had everything. I hope we haven't done player ratings yet because everyone is a 10. Everyone.
No, I
Even
don't do
Emerson,
player.
even Emerson.
All of them.
I don't.
The players that didn't get on, the kit man, the coach driver that got
wait.
Wonderful driving.
Right, wait. You forgot about the tea lady in Hotspur Way.
Oh, man, no. I only didn't forget her because it was an away game. If it had been home, obviously, I would have included her. The driver, the petrol station where they topped out the petrol that enabled us to get there. Everyone, beautiful things.
Yeah, but of course, we still got the win, right? The 3 points is the most important thing. But everyone is now saying that, we're not playing well, but we're getting the points. Imagine we start playing well and we click together. We'll smack everyone, right? So,
the best one, Eugene, like that. And I've had a few of them in my YouTube comments. And by the way, Haz, you were first. I saw it whilst I was literally on the way to the. I was on the way to the big Canadian. There's a thing called the CNE, which is basically Winter Wonderland, but on ecstasy, and in the summer and hot. It's like 58 times the fight. Oh, mate, it's incredible. I had a wicked time. But anyway, the comments I got, a lot were good, a lot were okay, some were just idiots. They said, Brian, what are you talking about? Came missed a penalty, and we could have had 3 or 4 more on the day. I'm like, but we didn't. If Nottingham Forest had had a striker of any class or Wolves, we could have conceded 3 or 4. And I'm like, but they didn't. So I might have an Indian meal tonight. I might not. That's how things work in life. It's like, yes, we played bad. Yes, we took the points. Yes, and 4 games we're undefeated. We played Southampton at home. Obviously, Chelsea, a big boy club, and we know our record there. Wolves at home and Forest away. We're 4 games in. We play like this every single week. We are going to get found out. We are going to get found out. And every time in the first half, we started off brightly. And then after 10 minutes, we've just gone, let's just give him a chance. Let's just fuck him out for 35 minutes.
No, Brian. No, you can't say that. You can't say that. It's all Conte's tactics, you know?
I was having an argument with someone on Twitter earlier, and he was saying, Forest didn't have many chances. And he showed me some, that's XG shit. Anyway, and then I replied to him, because, when Sky Sports says how many shots they had. And it goes, Nottingham Forest, 17 shots, Tottenham Hotspur, 18 shots. And I said to him, there's only like a 1-shot difference. he didn't get a reply after that. So
it's funny that, isn't it?
yeah,
It's funny that with it's just nonsense. You're not allowed to say anymore that a player played bad or your team didn't perform. I had someone say, "Oh, now we're playing pragmatic football where we sit back and hit on the counter attack." I'm sorry, isn't that exactly what we did under Jose Mourinho?
Thank you.
And everyone was like, "Oh, I hate this football. I hate this. This is." The only difference with Conte is once we score one, we don't go, right, let's just defend. We do still try to play.
I think there's another slight difference.
We've been,
Jose, I'll let you finish.
Come on, the game against Nottingham Forest, it was just let's defend. I mean, was I watching another match? Right?
No.
Forest had the ball all the time, and we kept losing the ball all the time. Right? I mean, if we did go out and try to attack and not lose the ball, right? Have some cohesion, have some kind of, when we had our counter attacks, I was earlier talking to Harry here, right? We only had 3 people forward, and there was such a big gap, right, in the middle of the park, right, where nobody came up from the back. So there's something really wrong in the midfield at the moment, right? I'm not sure whether it's Bentancur and Højbjerg is not moving up forward, or maybe you need a Bissouma to come in to plug that gap, or maybe they are worried that like what Harry says, right?
Yeah.
Emerson.
I just want to make a point, sir, about Conte and Jose, because I saw someone get like a lot of stick on Twitter for making a point about this as well. And I actually agree with her. I'm sure he doesn't watch this, but anyways, like for me, I think the difference between Conte and Jose also is that Conte is a more likable character. He doesn't have this whole like Jose. Jose's like Marmite. Some people either love him or hate him. And I think because Conte is more likable character, people are like tolerating this football more. If that makes sense. That's just my take on it.
No, to tell the truth, right? Jose is arrogant. That's why. The narrative.
I actually like Jose. I still rate him.
Actually, I like Jose too. Jose. Yeah. But the thing is that his character has been built up by the media and all that. He's so arrogant, and blah blah blah. Right? So that's why that when he came in, most of the Spurs fans already had that negative thought in him. But Conte was like our last ditch hope. You get what I'm saying? Conte is like being put as our savior at the moment, right? That's why everybody's like, we love Conte. No matter what he does,
I love Conte.
Anyway. Yeah.
Do you know what it is as well? And I urge everyone to do this. After I watched the Comedy Gold All or Nothing for the film, I thought, you know what? I'm going to rewatch the Man City one, and I'm also going to rewatch the Tottenham one. And if you go back and watch Tottenham, and even the Man City one, you don't have to see yourself, but if you listen to everything Jose says, and you take the sting out of the towel now, because obviously it's not fresh, everything he says is bang on the money.
Exactly.
But the fact that we're too nice, the fact that we need to be horrible, you know what, the fact that when he talks about a game, I think it's when we lose to Wolves, and he goes, you know the difference between us and Wolves? When we lost that game at the new stadium 3-2, when Aurier scored that goal, is every time we went on the attack, he went, brrr, they brought Harry Winks down, or they brought whoever down. They're like, they stopped everything. That's how teams win. You don't win games by being nice every single time. Unless you're like Man City at the peak of your powers, or Liverpool, or even us when we peak Poch, you don't win games by just steamrolling. There are dark arts in the game now. There are things that teams do because they know their strengths and they know their weaknesses, and they harness it on their strengths. And what they do to stop their weaknesses is bring people down, or take the foul, or slow it down. Everything Jose says, obviously he said a few, but you go back and listen to it now, and you're like, do you know what? Everything, or a majority of what he's saying, he is completely, totally, and utterly right.
Yeah. I think what's been happening now is that it's being implemented now, right? It's being implemented now. And let's see how far we can continue this way. But of course, like we've all seen the 4 matches that we played, right? Apart from the Southampton match, of course, in the beginning of the first game of the season, we looked a bit more impressive. After that, right, it was, like I said, the performance has been questioned. But then, of course, the result comes out that we haven't lost, right? So could that be like covering over the cracks of what is going to happen to us sooner or later?
Yeah.
Right.
So don't worry, Dan James is coming. Don't worry.
No.
Don't worry. Let's all remember when this money came in, and when we were linked with all these big players, every Spurs fan, and especially Antonio Conte, the first words he said was, "Do you know what? Get me Dan James."
No, Dan James and Adama Traore.
I refuse to talk about Adama. I refuse to talk about him. But Dan James,
Baby oil.
That's what when we heard that 150 and everyone was like, "Oh, Daigle, you're a fool because you don't know what you're talking about. It was all part of the plan. We're going to be dining at the top table. These players are going to come in. It was all part of the plan. We had to move to the stadium. We had to get money coming in so we could buy these players, these elite players." Dan James, elite, top table. That's I should do a poll on Twitter. When we were given 150 million, how many of you were delighted at the thought of Dan James?
Well, the biggest question is for me, actually two, is what was the point in making Champions League and having Antonio Conte with targeting players like Dan James? And number two, if all the 150 million isn't going to the players, where's it going, and why is it not going to the players? Because as far as I'm concerned, we've built the training ground about 4 times by this point.
So we give managers like Poch 60 million to buy Ndombele.
Yeah.
And you get Antonio Conte, you invest 150 million so they can go bargain hunting for Dan James.
Wait, guys, hold on. It's not even 150 million. We've only drawn down 100 million. There's another 50 million balance. Yeah. So we haven't
that 50 million is to sign a Ugandan 85th Division superstar that's going to be one for the future.
Again, one for the future.
Right spent.
Let's see what Chris Agama has to say, right?
Oh, big old Chris, brother.
Plan, right? Should have been 20 years ago, right? And of course,
Mark
Swift,
that's his first signing right there. Dan
James, on loan with option to buy.
Look, 150 million invested so we can get people on loan.
What's the point? I don't understand. What's the point?
The point.
And big up Swifty.
Yeah, big up Swifty.
150 million to get people on loan. I fucking love it. I love this stuff. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
No, Brian. It's just smoke and mirrors again. But they just reversed the smoke and mirrors this time. You get what I'm saying?
I just want to go back to like me personally, Eugene. Sorry, like I wasn't leaving out until like 2012, right? So we were promised as a kid, so I'm a lot longer than you guys, that we're gonna make, initially when Enic joined, they signed these young players, so you can kind of understand at the beginning that they were trying to build something. So I bought into that, right? But then we were told we need to make the Champions League. Because making the Champions League means we can sign better players, we can spend more money, blah, blah, blah. Yeah? So we make the Champions League under Redknapp eventually. We signed Van der Vaart, which was like a complete luck. I'm sorry, it was complete luck. And like a few other players. And so we make the Champions League again. Or we were like, no. When I turned was 2012. So we were third in the Premiership, remember? I think.
Mm-hmm.
In January. And when I bought Saha and Nelson. And that was it for me. What I'm saying is he's promised us so many things.
Oh, Luis Saha.
Yeah, he promised us so many things. We make the Champions League for this purpose, to buy better players. We make the Champions League, but we don't buy better players. So it's just like, well, what's the point? And then...
when I fly back to London in January, I'm just going to rock up to Pearson Airport, go to Air Canada, and go, you're loaning me this first-class seat until I get to London with an option if I'm going to buy. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to see how many people do that. I'm going to go to all the airlines. You fly to London, first class seat, loan it to me. I'll give you a review. And
can't we do that with the season tickets? Can't we do that with the season tickets? I'll do that with a season ticket.
Yeah. Look, we have an option to buy it. No, we have an option to pay.
Yeah,
not buy.
Exactly. If I'm happy with the first few games, I'll pay for the rest. If I'm not,
not even the first few games, right? Right? It has to be at least 10 games down.
Yeah, exactly, half the season.
Half the season, then I'll pay. If you're not happy, I won't pay. You better pay me back money more. But the thing is that, right? It's
It just goes back to smoke and mirrors back from then.
Smoke and mirrors, the lies and all that, right? That's why
promises,
empty promises, right? And
like, do you remember when we were?
But don't worry. From let's see now, right? I guess the Forest game we won. We don't talk about the performances because we won, right? And we're going to win some more with this type of performances, and we will still win. So we shouldn't be worried. We shouldn't be worried about this, right? But of course, let's get to the next banner, right? Yeah, 3 days time. This is Brian Daigle's subject.
Yeah.
Honestly, we have a game show at home called Mastermind, and honestly, if I ever went on that show, my chosen subject would be Daniel Levy's a prick from 2001 onwards. And listen, as I said, and has knows what I'm about to say. I have been, by my own standards, this summer I've been very quiet regarding this because I said, do you know what? Let's see what happens. Let's see where this goes, because obviously, as part of my Levy outlaw and everything, all we said is, listen, we protested, we made our feelings known, we were outside the training ground, we were outside the stadium, we got Levy out sung loudly in the stadium. We're going to be spending now. Let's see if we spend. Let's see if we spend. And then obviously we had all the people going, oh, where are all the Levy outers now? Where are they? And we're like, hello, we're here. But I said, let's go quiet because they are spending money, and that's what we wanted them to do. Well, now, we started off well, and it's gone downhill. The fingers are back in training. We've only got to here yet. They need their match fitness to get back up to here by Thursday. And I'm working Thursday, and the transfer window closes at 6 p.m. our time, 11 p.m. back home.
That means it's on the 1st, right? 1st September,
Thursday.
11,
yeah.
2300. Yeah, 2300.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I finished work at midnight. So after I finish work, I'm going to have something very quickly to eat. Quickly, like obviously I have Sky Sports on in the background, so I'll keep up to date. But around 8:30 in the evening, around 1:30 UK time, I'm going live on Tottenham on Tour. And I'm giving the embargoed version because I can talk again once that window shuts. And I can say, I'm going to give my evaluation of the window. And who knows? He could pull it up. I'm not going mad right now because, as people know, and Eugene, you'll know very well, just before the training ground on the deadline day where there were going to be hundreds, Paratici pulled a fucking rabbit out of a hat, which he'll probably do again. So I'm not saying anything now. But once that window closes and nothing else could change, I am going to have my proper verdict. Daigle Unchained, I'm going to call it, because I am going to be let off my leash.
Okay, guys, put it out there now, right? If we want Ruslan Milanovsky, and if we want Serge Milinkovic-Savic, right, and we want let's say Hakimi, right? Brian has to make a bet. Brian has to make a bet, and we'll get it, right?
I'll wear an Arsenal shirt if we sign those 3 players.
You know what? If I put a bet on and we sign those players, then I blatantly know that bastard's watching me.
Yeah, and then we get them, and then most probably you have to say them. You have to get a Daniel Levy tattoo on your chest.
Oh my god!
Even if we won the quadruple, that man's face, that man's name will be never going anywhere near my body.
Yeah.
Go, big up, darling.
Big
She's
up,
on every stream. Big up.
Honestly, she is. We get to meet a lot of people in this community. Obviously, guys, girls, women of all races, religions, whatever. I swear to God, this woman is one of the biggest blessings in this whole. She is the most adorable, beautiful, wonderful. You can't basically. She is why Mary Poppins sang supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So basically, sum up.
Big up. She's on every stream. Like,
I love good. I love her.
Sometimes I have to question Google whether she sleeps or not. And to tell the truth, her time now, I think in Korea is about 11 p.m. Google if I'm not mistaken. right? And I've sent you the link, Guguma. If you hop on, you can hop on, unless you're still at work.
Oh, please hop on.
Yeah, I want to meet you because I see you on every stream.
Harry wants to be in the same stream with you, right? Yeah, but Guguma, I think she says she did message me, right? Yeah, it's 11 p.m. her time.
11 p.m.
Yeah, 11 p.m. her time. Some other Korea is faster than us. I was always thinking Korea would be slower than us. But
I'm really bad with time zones, so don't ask me. I have no idea.
Yeah. So, but Harry, right?
Yeah.
Ryan's already said his
You want my
piece.
thoughts?
Yeah, now it's your thoughts. Your turn.
Okay.
Your turn.
At the beginning, there was a lot of promise, and then just like like that.
Yeah. It fell off the cliff, right? It fell
off the cliff. Yeah.
Basically,
but that's the same with every window. I mean, when we got the Ndombele window, we were saying Poch wanted Ndombele. He got Ndombele early, and then we spent ages and ages and ages signing Lo Celso because we didn't sign Bruno. Then we went to Sessegnon and Jack Clark. So it's basically the mirror of the same window, except with more players. That's how I see it. So yeah, I mean, why should we believe any different window is going to be different anymore? Because it just happens the same way.
For my feeling,
why would you do lucky dip in the lottery?
Yeah,
we have it's like literally. I'm not going to pick numbers. I'm just going to go, Daniel Levy. Here's my ticket. Just put it in the thing, and let's see what players come out. And then it's like when you get the FIFA cards. When you get the FIFA cards, that's what it is. But that's what it is. But yeah, the window
find those FIFA cards and just going like this.
No, but the thing is, window closes in 3 days' time or so. My feeling is that this summer transfer window, right, is just deja vu in reverse.
Yeah, it's Groundhog Day, as they say.
Yeah,
it's so true.
It's deja vu in reverse. It's like, it's for the past 5-10 years, right? We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And then in the last 2 weeks, we signed about 5-6 players, and then there'll be one last player in the last window. But this season, it's like we sign everybody early. Bye-bye. That's it. Yeah. Window closed.
Any stream I go on, I'm using that. I will give you the credit, but I am using it. That's exactly what it is. Deja vu in reverse.
Deja vu in reverse. And the worst part is, right, if we were like City or Liverpool, right, then it'd be okay. But now even Liverpool is shitting their pants, right? After buying 2 players and they're not signed anyone, and the results they're getting, they're shitting their pants. But you're talking like M City. You brought in players like Calvin Phillips, right? You got, Haaland.
Has he even played? Does Calvin Phillips?
No, not yet. I don't think so.
Yeah. I haven't seen him play yet. Hey, don't laugh, Brian. Right? We haven't even seen. Sorry. Jet Spence played yesterday. Yeah, Jet Spence played yesterday. Hold on. What your wish? Harry, you get wish. Hi, Guguma.
Hey.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Brian. Hi, Eugene.
Hey, Guguma.
Hi,
Hey, right.
How you doing, Guguma? How's work? Finished work yet?
Good. Just busy. Yes. I finished a while ago. I'm just home now.
Oh, that's good. Have taken your dinner?
Yes.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Of course, you just joined us. I'll just ask you the previous question, right? The Forest win. I'm sure you're happy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You watched the game?
I saw it.
Yeah. What about performance? How do you feel?
Performance? I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like we looked totally like lethal or anything, but at the same time, I feel like we're more working together as a group, So I don't know. I was happy that we won. But yeah, I was just happy we won.
I know that's the thing with Guguma, right? She can always find a positive spin on anything, and now she's being a bit.
I think that says a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, I know, but I understand your feelings too, Guguma. I understand your feelings too, right? And let's say Hotspurs, let's say Conte on what Has Harry? What do you say? Conte on the potential transfers? I spoke
So
with.
basically, it's on Football London. He spoke with the club. He goes, I spoke with Paratici, with Daniel Levy. I said to them my opinion. But as you know very well, the most important thing is for the club to know my opinion. If we do something or not, it's okay. This is from Football London.
Oh, that's from Football.
I'm not sure what that means. It sounds like a riddle to me, but anyway.
No. That means by
We're
you
not
see,
signing anyone.
We are not signing anyone. Yes, that's what it means. Look at Brian's face. That's what it means.
Apart from
I
Dan
don't know,
James on loan with an option to buy.
Do you think Paratici can like do something? Paratici, maybe at the last minute.
We hope so, Google.
Fingers
Really
crossed.
do hope so. Yeah,
Yes.
fingers crossed. Yeah.
I mean,
But
as much as I love to see Brian Unchained, Dago Unchained, as much as I love that, I hope that we get someone good, you know?
Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah, so do I. Mean, of course, we're gonna, the three names I said earlier, right? I don't think we're gonna reach that level. Most probably we'll get Dan James, Adama Traore, right, and a pint of Guinness and 2 packets of chips.
No, a pint of Guinness and a couple of packets of chips is the offer we're putting in for Dan James online.
And a free Skywalk voucher, probably as well.
Yeah.
Okay, free Skywalk voucher. Yeah, that goes for it. Yeah.
But don't you think what do you guys think about Adama Traore? Because for me, I don't want a player who didn't want to come last summer anyway.
Mm-mm.
I don't want him anyway, but I'm saying I don't want him to come last.
Yeah.
We didn't want to come, so.
No, but let's say if
we
we can get him for £10 million, right? That would be a perfect Levy buy.
It's a Levy buy, literally.
Yeah. Wait. We're not going to get him for 10 million. We're going to get him on loan for 1 season with an obligation to buy him for £10 million next season.
So basically, I will say one thing. So we're looking for a creative player who can score an assist. So the idea of that is to buy a fucking bodybuilder who can't score and can't assist, but can run and knock people over.
Right.
Maybe that's what we need, a bulldozer.
It's Tottenham though. You go the opposite way, so you do the opposite.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to Guguma. Guguma, transfer window closes in 3 days. Your thoughts, right?
After yesterday's game, I really do understand how people are saying we do need a creative midfielder, because I really feel like yesterday when I was watching the game, that's what, and I guess the games previous to that too, I feel like that's the one thing we're kind of missing that we could actually like go to when what we're trying to do right now, playing on like the counter, doesn't work. You know, it'd be nice to have like another option, you know, someone who can like unlock things and like make something happen. So I really wish that Paratici would get someone like that for us.
We all wish that too. We all do wish that.
Yeah,
too,
we do.
Right? That's the biggest wish. But of course, I've been hearing, for the past few days, Conte's interviews, right? He keeps saying this thing: we need to get the players out before we can bring players in. If I'm counting this now, right, we've already gotten rid of Ndombele. Wings confirmed yet? Is he going to Sampdoria?
No, but he's gone.
He's gone. He hasn't signed.
He's supposed to go.
There's
right?
an option to buy or something. 25
Yeah,
million.
no. He is going. He is in Sampdoria.
He's just not.
It's just not signed official.
It's not official yet. Okay. No confirmation there. Lo Celso has gone to Villarreal. That's confirmed. Right?
Yep. Reguilon has
got
been given
Napoli.
Reguilon got the here we go to Atletico Madrid finally, thank God.
Okay.
So that'll happen. We haven't. I don't think we've even had the here we go for Winks yet.
No, we
I
haven't.
think we've got. He's in Juventus. Juventus, yeah. All right, Juventus. Juventus. I'm going crazy. Juventus. Sampdoria. But he's there, but we haven't got here we go yet.
Okay.
But we're probably waiting for that here we go to spark a frenzy of activity with that loan fee that comes in.
But guys, don't you think that even if we have players still that we don't want, can we just not register them?
and Sa. We got
Gil's
Hill
on
and
his way
Sarr.
to Valencia, I think, isn't he?
Hill is on the way to Valencia. Sarr?
Yeah, but only when we can find a
Dan
replacement.
James.
And
Dan
that
James.
replacement, because this is the great thing with Tottenham, when we replace players, like if a Tanganga and Rodon goes, we replace them not with better players that can help the squad, but at the same level as the people we're getting rid of because they're not good enough. So it's like, right, we need cover we need cover for Dyer because he can't play all the games and we need an upgrade. But no, we won't do that. What we'll do is we'll replace a player that can't even get into the first team, and we'll buy someone at his level so he can just sit there and do nothing. I can't wait to be Unchained Gaguma. I can't wait.
I'm going to stay up just to watch it, to be honest. I've got
Mate, you
one.
can come on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll come on for like an hour, if that's all right.
Oh, mate,
Yeah.
I don't. Mate, it depends how bad it is.
Okay.
I could be going right. I start work at like 4:30 in the afternoon UK time. I could be going from 8:30 p.m.
Okay.
It could be a very long rant. So
Ryan, it'll be Daigle Unchained 2022.
there we go.
Well,
There we go.
Again, thanks for joining us on this one. Right, we are just doing the pre-show for Daigle Unchained. Unchained. We're doing pre-show for Daigle Unchained. Yeah, but like I understand now our thoughts now, right? We've been crying out for all the positions that need to be filled, and we never got them. And the sad part is that we really, really need a center back, right? And it's a weird thing. We haven't even seen Langley yet. What's happened to Langley? Is it really injured that badly, or?
Here we go. Now I know what's going to happen. Now, 10 minutes ago, Fabrizio Romano had tweeted that Ross Barkley has left Chelsea. They've terminated his contract.
Oh,
dear.
no.
Really? Wow.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh.
Ding, 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 ding. Stop that
Okay.
game. Stop the press. There's someone for free that hasn't played football for 3 years. Let's get him in.
I forgot Ross Barkley was at Chelsea.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, Spurs didn't play well the last game. To be frank, no, Spurs hasn't played well for the past.
No,
3
everyone played
games,
10 out of 10. Everyone played 10 out of 10. Don't worry.
We can't be negative, right? Can't be toxic. Can't be negative, right? Everything's
Toxic,
positive.
negative, misogynist.
Wait,
and
I'm
anything.
sorry. Who's Dan James? I don't know.
Exactly.
He used to play for Manchester United, right?
Ah, okay.
Swansea.
Then Leeds bought him, right? And he's on the bench for Leeds now.
Oh, he's on the bench for Leeds. Oh, even when Rafinha left, he's on the bench.
I didn't know who he was. Yeah.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah,
He did nothing at Man United.
Yeah. Well, he came through the youth academy, right? So
did he play at
No,
Swansea?
he
He went from
Swansea.
Swansea to Man
He
United.
went from
he
Swansea.
went to Man United, not even through the youth academy, right? He was a
No,
Swansea.
he went to Swansea, but don't worry. He's basically a skinny version of Adama. He can run fast and do nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And of course, any flop used to play for Manchester United. Oh dear. And don't be surprised, right? Most probably by the end of the window, we'll be ringing to Harry Maguire for center back.
I swear, I tell you now, if Harry Maguire signs for Tottenham Hotspur, day one change will be cancelled because I will be on a flight. I will be on a flight to London. I will jack my job in, and you will find me outside the training ground every single day until he's gone.
The only positive with Harry Maguire, though, is I can sing that chant we sang at the Euros.
Ross is going to MU for £240 a week. Ooh, that could be nice.
Man United.
Yeah.
Not even they're that stupid. No. They won't do things for free. They're going to buy Ajax players for 90 million.
Anthony, 86.
Yeah.
And I don't know why Ajax is over here, but it is. Ajax is over here.
I'd rather Concert if we're going to sign a centre half.
Oh, we're gonna get Mings from Villa.
I don't like Mings at all, man. I don't think he's good at all.
Oh dear. We're gonna get
let's play deadline day bingo and just say random names and see how long it takes them to get.
Sissoko wasn't.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, of course, the Bastonis, the Bremer, the Skriniar, the De Vrij.
We'll definitely see something like that. I guarantee. In the morning,
Yeah.
some journalist will tweet,
Yeah.
"Spurs been linked with so and so this morning, some big
Yeah.
player." By time you get to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, he'll be like,
As it won't be a journalist. This is his brilliant tactic. This is his brilliant tactic that everyone falls for, that love him. We will put a bid in for a dynamite player, a big
just for the
player.
sake of
Will
it.
be,
Just for the sake
and
of
it'll be like 20-30 million below the asking fee, and it'll be like, well, it's deadline day and we ran out of time and we tried. We tried. And then people go, oh, look at the caliber of player we're going for. We're going, whoa, we put a bid in for this guy. Wow. But did we put a bid in that could get the player? No. Did we put it
Do you
in?
remember when we put a bid in for Negredo, Aguero, and who was the other striker that deadline day?
I talk about this the whole time. We lost 4-0 to Fulham in the FA Cup on deadline day, or the day before, the night before deadline day. So we put in a bid for Sergio Aguero, Giuseppe Rossi, Negredo,
yes, that's the other one,
Andy Carroll.
Yeah.
We put a bid in for all four of them, and every single one of them was below value, and every single one of them were like, no, but look at the players we're trying to get. We tried. We had all summer to do this, but we waited till deadline day because they can fly over from their countries, get their medicals done, get everything done. There's no time. The transfer deadline day is actually 386 hours in Levy Land. It's not a 24-hour day. We will do it. There will be a player. It'll probably be Milinkovic-Savic that we're trying to get the paperwork done.
I remember with that one, Daigle, as well. Like, one of the chairmen laughed at Levy. I remember reading. I can't remember who it was. I think it was the Atletico Madrid chairman laughed at Levy's offer for Aguero, and he signed a new contract like a few hours later.
Yeah, it was one of the first. It was one of the first ones where players could start buying out their contracts.
Yeah.
And Tottenham were actually saying to Aguero, "Buy your contract out.
Come to Tottenham."
Now, before we get on, right? Just let me answer to Wilded Wolf here. Wilded Wolf, right? We've gotten rid of a lot of players, and they're all out on loan. We haven't actually sold anyone to get money to buy players. That's the biggest.
Listen. Go back to Aguero. I'll go back to Aguero. All I can say is we definitely dodged a bullet with him. We dodged a bullet with him.
He was rubbish at City, wasn't he?
It's absolutely woeful. Wouldn't have fitted in at Tottenham at all.
Yeah. And for this one, I don't understand. United just spent 100 million on the right side. The Charlton.
Yes, Anthony.
Really good though. Really good. I think is it Danny Kiriaki really?
Danny waxes lyrical about him, and Danny knows his stuff about Ajax.
Okay.
He watches.
But let's see what Ten Hag will turn him into. Whether he will perform well enough with the Manchester United.
Let's spend 100 million. Let's spend 100 million pound on a player, and still protest about your owners, and get thousands and thousands of people to do it.
Yeah, it'll never happen with us. It'll never happen to us. Yeah,
they're still protesting, and they've spent more than us.
When they got in Casemiro at 60 million, they were protesting.
70.
Was it a loan option to buy by any chance or not?
Why would we want a player that's won 5 Champions Leagues as? You talk such nonsense. Why do you play to that caliber?
No. We want Dan James.
Is the one.
Yeah, Dan James is the one that we want, right? And of course,
he played in the Championship. He played in the toughest league.
Well, guys, is Anthony really confirmed yet? Right? They put in 80 million.
I think it is pretty much wrapped up and done. Put it this way, it's going through. There's no doubt whatsoever. It's going through.
It's going through, right. And I need to ask Wilded Wolf, right? As being a Liverpool fan, if I'm not mistaken, LFC, right? How do you feel about your transfer window now, right? With all the injuries that's been happening to your club and all that. And of course, we all know you smacked Bournemouth 9-0, right? But do you actually feel that you need more players to come in to improve, right? That's how I see it, right? And
don't forget, Chelsea is just about to spend another 70 million on Fofana.
Oh, I thought that's confirmed. Fofana.
He's having his medical as we speak.
Yeah, that's already confirmed. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And then Harry put in another one, the private chats, right? Antonio Conte talking to the press on Richarlison. Not every time he's playing for 20, 30 minutes, playing very well. For sure, the next games you will see him in the starting 11. Yeah, maybe. And of course, with Guguma here, I won't touch on to the most talked about subject for the past 2 weeks.
Before we do that, before you go to her, can I just mention one thing about transfers because we're here. I'm just on Sky Sports News now, yeah?
Yeah.
On their app now. And I'm just going through, and it does kind of a headline for breakdown of transfers per team. So just going to read some of them. So Chelsea's, they agree a loan fee for Hudson and Doy. Forest are nearing their 20th player. Chelsea, Ronaldo to Stamford Bridge.
It's back on.
Manchester United. No, these are like the rumours and like the media, the headlines at the moment. Manchester United. United attempt to sign Aubameyang fails. Liverpool. Reds quoted 100 million for Ruben Neves. Tottenham. Reguilon and Wings poised for loan moves.
Again, loan.
That's the headline. Neves, Aubameyang, Ronaldo, Liverpool want £100 million player. Tottenham headline. Reguilon and Wings posed for Wolves. Loan moves.
Okay, loan moves.
Yeah,
we just love our loans, honestly.
Pep has 100 million to spend in January. Gunners favourites for Arsenio. Wings and Reguilon loan moves.
We're not even linked to anyone now.
It's really exciting. Honestly,
yeah,
loan moves are really exciting.
Right? But okay, while they will say that we need a mid, but injured coming back. Have faith. I have. All right. He has faith. And of course, we all know Forest has spent more than us 3 times over. That's it, right? 3 times.
But their owner actually wants to spend money. That's the difference.
Our owner just want to make money. That's the difference.
Yeah. There's your answer.
Hi, Simba. Oh dear.
Okay,
dear.
Simba.
Hi, Simba.
Hi, Simba. Right. Look at that. Right.
Oh, so cute.
Oh, he's the best. Oh, he's getting camera shy.
Yeah. Right. He still wakes you up in the morning?
Yes and no. I've kind of found a trick. I have to, when you do that trick to your dogs where you get the thing and then you go like that and you move away. I have to just literally wrap myself in the bed covers so he can't see me, and then that normally works. So I'm suffocating myself in able to basically not wake up at 6 a.m.
Yeah. That's one way. That's one way of doing it. Okay, I guess we've got all the transfer window closes in 3 days angst out. Right. But of course, Guguma, I mean, just for your thoughts, right? Because we have honestly I haven't spoken in such a long time. We haven't actually spoken to you, for such a long time, right? Your thoughts on Sony? I mean, I'm not gonna ask Hess. I'm not gonna ask Daigle. Daigle has been going.
I think we've had it for enough.
Yeah, had enough. Right. Yeah, but because you're from that, you're in Korea now, right? What is the sentiment actually in Korea now?
Right now?
Yeah, about Sony.
Honestly, I haven't looked that much at the sports media. I saw a few things on Korean YouTube. There was a picture of Son, I guess, when he was benched and he was like kind of like yelling or something and he didn't look happy or something. And so people were like curious why he was making this kind of like gesture on the bench. But I think people have heard lots of rumors, I guess, or, about fans saying, oh, you should like drop Son and like, start Lee Sung instead. So I think, of course, as like Korean fans, people are like, oh no, like keep him, have Sonny start, keep him starting. But personally, after hearing a lot of people, saying that we should rotate, I do understand that, because it's like he hasn't, been at his best right now, because we know that like Sonny can like make a lot of goals and stuff, and he hasn't been doing that. So I understand people saying, oh, maybe it's just good to like rotate when people aren't on form, then you should have the people who can do things come on, you know, and like make stuff happen. So I understand that. But I also feel like Conte hasn't been doing that because he kind of knows like, well, first of all, he believes in Sonny, and he also knows like the psychology of Sonny. So if he takes him off too soon or like puts Richie on instead of him like too soon, then like we might miss a chance of like Sonny really like scoring again and, you know, playing back into form. I guess that's what you call it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's difficult. I personally feel though that we should keep him on for a little bit more, but if it gets to a point where Conte feels like, you know, no, we need like someone to like go out there and like who's really on fire right now, you know, to do it, like we saw yesterday with Lee Sung and Kane or the assist, then I guess I would understand that. But I just feel like we should give him a little more time, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. Like what Brian Daigle is saying, right? He's got a lot of credit in the bank, and since we are still winning and not, you know, losing or anything like that, right? Or we have to come back to win, struggle to come back to win and all that.
Mhm.
So, like what you're saying, right? To give him a bit more time, right? Okay. While Dead Wolf says, panel, your thoughts, Tottenham, where they'll finish this season? He says fourth. Yeah, more or less. We're looking
I
fourth
think
or
third.
third.
Personally,
Yeah, fourth or third. Yeah, depending on how Chelsea improves,
if they don't sign a
right?
striker, then yeah. I
Mhm.
think we'll...
But aren't they linked to Aubameyang or something like that?
And that deal's off.
Again? Oh my God, this was
His wages are too high. Apparently, don't want to
Who's
pay his
it?
wages.
Uba.
Who?
Aubameyang.
Oh, listen, when you say top four, I was having this with a mate yesterday. At the start of the window when we started, I was saying third, without a shadow of a doubt. We are the. Now you look at Chelsea seriously flexing their muscles. I hate to say the filth are looking good. I hate to say it,
Yeah.
but they are all right. They've only played 4 games, but Zinchenko and Jesus, mate. Whereas I thought top 4 was an absolute goddamn guarantee, I still think we'll do it, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as we thought.
Mhm.
I said I think we're going to finish third, closer to second on points than we would be to fourth.
No, I think we're going to scrape it, to be honest. I think we'll scrape third. I don't think it'll be convincing for me. Because I think Arsenal will finish. I have Arsenal down as fourth. I hate to say it, I have Arsenal down as fourth and Chelsea down for fifth.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Chelsea at fifth, right?
That's my opinion. That's how I see it. But
no. But the truth, right? To come down straight to it, right? What other strikers are out there for Chelsea to buy if they can't get? Yeah, I mean, if Aubameyang is not coming, who else can they get? I mean, they will splash the cash if they can identify one, right? They will really splash the cash. But at the moment now, yeah, that's the thing. You know, that's my big question, right? Because we do see that they do lack that striking. I mean, that goal edge that they've lost. You know, even when they had Lukaku last year, right? They didn't have that goal edge. But I think they got quite lucky. Maybe if the season went on for another 2 or 3 more games, right?
Yeah,
By the way it's going, right? And of course, while they will say, panel, your favorite manager for Tottenham, right?
Harry Redknapp for me.
Yeah, Harry Redknapp.
Martin
Yeo.
As much as I love Poch, Poch gave me the best football I've ever seen. But without Martin Yeo, none of this happens.
Yeah.
Martin
he was the guy who started it off, isn't it, really?
Mate, Martin Yeo, put it this way, the reason I am why I am is because of what happened to Martin Yeo. So I love that man. I absolutely love that man. He's still a legend. For me,
guys, you're wrong, right? You're wrong. It's Conte.
How about Nuno? You're getting Nuno.
Nuno. We will make me proud again, right? We will make me proud.
Yeah, we'll make you proud.
We will make me proud again. Right? Yeah. No. Ryan Mason.
Oh, Mason.
Tim Sherwood.
All right, we're going to do that then. Christian Gross for me to get on the train and show his travel card at his press conference. I mean, that's level. I have a ticket. Only us. Only us.
Oh my god, you make your coach take trains, my god.
We make them take EasyJet. Do you remember Soldado arrived on EasyJet or something, didn't he?
Yeah, it's actually Ryanair, so it's even worse.
Was it Ryanair? Was it? I can't
Ryanair.
remember. Ryanair.
Yep.
You had Ryanair at that time?
Sorry?
Soldado? You mean you had Ryanair at the time?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
When Soldado came at the time. All right.
It was
You
like the
really had
cheapest
Ryanair.
airline, pretty much, isn't it? So.
Yeah. And what does while it was says Joel was Joel Martin Yule. Yeah, Yule is good as Harry. Yeah, I agree.
I think with Joel, we were in the wilderness really until he came.
Yeah.
In terms of
He
like,
more or less,
we have been in Europe how many years? I can't remember.
Steered us in the right direction, more or less.
Yeah, and how many years
Okay,
have been
more
in Europe?
the Champions League final against Liverpool. Yeah, we won't go there. Right, we won't go there. Right. I think during that last season when Poch was with us, when we reached the Champions League final, all the things that he was saying were very cryptic. Right.
Yeah.
If I win the final, it'll be my last, thing. I won't be staying, I'll be leaving. And then, we got a new stadium, blah, blah, blah. It was so cryptic. Right. But it all came down to, Brian's favorite subject, which we won't go into now. We had to wait for Brian Unchained. So
I can give you little snippet. I give you little daily snippets of Day Watcher. Every day that this goes on, another shackle is coming off me. I've been chained to the wall, and now I've got use of this arm. I've got used to this arm. This arm's still chained, so I've got no movement. And then my feet and everything. And then come Thursday, hello. Remember
and Brian
me?
knows, you remember Brian? I already privately messaged you, right? I already changed my stance already, so I've gone back to the old stance. You know that, right? I can't take it anymore, right? And to tell you the truth, maybe we should all get together early and start pressuring him. If not, he will just think, I don't care.
But don't you think that because obviously we left it to the last, most people left it to like the last day to do something. Why shouldn't we, in order to prevent the problem in the first place, start protesting near the start of the window?
Yeah, but we can't. He put in 150 million pounds, right? He got 6 players in early, right?
But like,
and
apart from Perisic and Basuma, I mean...
let's just say of all these deals that came through, the one that really got me pissed off and really got me was Jed Spence.
For me. Yeah.
And it wasn't Jed Spence because of the player; it was Jed Spence because of how long the deal took. And who was in charge of that one deal?
I dare say his name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The guy's so thick. The guy is so thick. We were 5 million apart, and then he gets it down to 1 million. So you've won, Daniel. You've won. You've got 4 million. You've gone past halfway. Anything below 2.5 or over 2.5 million off, you've won. So you won. 4 million of a 5 million you got taken off, and yet still you have to fucking haggle. If I said, listen, you can have this for £100, and then I said, no, do you know what? You can have it for £20. You go, yeah, do you know what? I'll take that. Done. Done.
Right. It doesn't happen that way.
No, what? It's because of a massive ego. That's the problem.
No, it doesn't happen that way, right? Leopards don't change their spots.
Yeah, exactly. But Daniel Levy just wants to win because he just wants to stroke his ego. That's how I see it.
Yeah, that's it. Well, of course, according to Wild Wolf, right? Will we take Poch back at the moment? No,
actually, not for me.
I won't take Poch back, right? Of course, right. And of course, Mark Swifty is saying Ross Barkley, free agent, right? How would you not take it now? Huh? How would you take him, right? And then there will be another no. 3 years he hasn't played, Brian. Barkley hasn't played for 3 years.
We signed Kumalo though from South Africa, I remember.
Right, gosh, right, yeah. And what does while it will say as manager you have now will leave the next 2 years? Who's next? Is it Poch? I'd rather have Potter, to tell the truth. Potter seems a good buy-in if if we do get if Conte leaves, right? But somehow or another, I've got another question.
I hope he doesn't.
Yeah,
I just want to read something to you, okay? Because this is how stupid some of the people are that watch us on YouTube and comment on. I did my interview on We Are Tottenham TV yesterday. And obviously they cut it up and did it as its own one, and Has was the first one to comment. Someone commented. I'm going to read you two comments. 3 actually, so I'll read my response. So this guy 1 hour ago wrote, How many times have we huffed and puffed, made chances, missed them and lost? We are clinical and win now. And yes, sit back and hit them on the break. This guy is toxic. Me, okay? So I responded to say, so once again, another person who only hears what he wants to hear and misses all the positive things I said. Well done for that, and trying to act clever by using that buzzword toxic. Look up the word in the dictionary. If wanting better for my football club does not describe toxic, please come on and tell the world your thoughts. Shows how much this guy watches the shows and watches things. His response: you seem like a fully fledged member of the Levy Out mob, judging by that comment. So yeah, you've watched me loads of times, so I'm very, very, very quiet on my feelings on this. So by that comment, just because the opposition have more possession, it does not mean we are being overrun. Just because, let me read that again, just so you can make that sentence out. Just because the opposition have more possession doesn't mean they're being overrun. So if I have a boxing match with Haz, and he lands 50 punches against me, and I land one, and it's a bad shot, I'm winning the fight. I've won the fight by that one punch. We were simply far more clinical, defended better, and had 7 shots on target to their 1. Let's not forget they didn't have a striker, and if they did, they had 17 shots. No, let's forget that. Let's forget that part. And don't forget, and we dominated for the last 25 minutes of the game.
Yeah, not for the first 65.
No, don't forget that. Forget. It's not 90 minutes. Football is 90 minutes. Yep, it's not 90 minutes. It's 25 minutes with 65 minutes extra time. I'm not quite sure what game you watched. And yes, we can be more dominant. Listening to your negativity, one would never have thought we were on the back of a 10-game run. These are the people that we have to deal with. And when I say deal with, I don't mean deal with as in fuck them off or get personal with them. This is the IQ of today's modern society. This is, I mean, I might even tweet this. I'm going to simply ask if Boris Johnson write this speech for you. Because it's one of those go to work, don't go to work, wash your hands, don't wash your hands. That's what this guy, fucking idiots.
But Brian, I've seen so many of your interviews on We Are Tottenham TV, and especially like recently, you're always like really level-headed and like, I think pretty objective and positive. You know?
Yeah, but
I don't understand that.
This is the thing, because there's blatant people, Guguma, and I'm going to start trying it out on my next few interviews on We Are Tottenham TV, where I'm just going to say like a random sentence, like, "Oh, there goes a chicken," and see if anyone says anything. Because I could do an interview where I'm ultra positive and haven't got a bad word to say.
No,
if you say something about chicken, they'll call you negative if you didn't mention like the cow.
The next time you go and on TV, right? You put Simba in front and you speak behind him. Yeah, so the cat is talking. The cat is talking. Or every question Ben and Simeon asked me, I'm just to act like the happiest man in the world on ecstasy. So, what do you think of the transfers? Zippity doo dah, zippity day. It was wonderful. It's been the creme de la creme. I'm just going to answer every question positively.
Dan James is the best.
I'm fantastic. The Welsh wizard, absolute. I love his curly hair, the way he glides, the aerodynamics. Wonderful. That's what I'm going to do on my next We Are Tottenham TV interview. Everything positive.
Everything positive. And then they will come and say that. Then they will call you. Let's see what comments come after that, right?
It'll be quite interesting, actually.
Yeah. And Guguma, I guess we've gone through all the transfer window thoughts, right? We've got 3 more days. So I think we'll go to the next subject now, right? Because games are coming thick and fast. Wednesday against West Ham away. This is going to be the interesting, this is the interesting one at the moment. That's what I feel, right? Hammers, I think, are coming back into a bit of form. I think they had a bit of...
Villa, didn't they?
They come on, Villa. I don't want to say anything about
I
Villa
know,
at the moment.
they did win a
Yeah,
game.
yeah, Villa. But the thing is that I think because West Ham has been having a rough time at the moment because they had to start their Europa Conference League games.
Ah. Mhm.
Yeah, so they
Okay,
had
sorry,
the,
Eugene. I'm gonna have to very quickly go because I promised I'd go on Sean Butler's stream, and they're
okay,
about to do the player rating. So I'm gonna go and give 10s to everyone.
okay, that'll be good. Let's start the positivity
Sarah
there. Right,
Brian.
So
right, Brian.
people, love it,
Right,
Kaguma. I'll speak to you later. Eugene has. I'll speak to
right.
you later.
Take care.
You
Take care.
see you
Right,
later, Kaguma, darling.
Bye. See
Bye,
you.
bye.
bye. Take care. Right. Okay, that's Brian and his positivity.
The Welsh wizard from
Yeah,
Leeds.
the wealth is it. Yeah, with the aerodynamics and curly hair. Talk about curly hair. Cucurella has got curly hair too, right?
Oh god, have you seen that? When the people say he looks like a gorilla.
Oh, dear.
Someone said that Brian Daigle looks like a gorilla. I was just like,
Oh, I saw that picture on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's so
Brian
funny.
Diggle looks like a lot of people, right? So, right,
I was like, what?
a real
I hope
team,
I
yeah.
see it.
Yeah. And Wild Dead Wolf says that it's going to be a draw against West Ham, right? Coming to the game against the Hammers away.
Mm,
We're playing away, right? London Stadium.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and usually we go there, we don't perform too well again, right? That's another thing. But we did win last season, didn't we?
Yeah,
not-
I think so. Let me
I think
check.
we won 1-0. Yeah. Let's
I
have
don't
a look. I think
remember.
I can't remember. Yeah. I think we won 1-0 there or something like that. Or was it a draw? 1-1. I can't remember. But at the time, I think they were already having 2 games a week or something like that. So that we played into more or less our
Well, I
hands, right?
forgot that they're in Europe. I forgot that.
Yeah. Yeah. Last
We
season they
lost,
were in
we
Europa.
lost 1-0. We lost 1-0. I just checked.
Oh, we lost 1-0. So that means
It's
it's not
October
going to be easy.
21, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
away. Yeah. It's not going
Yeah,
to be
we lost
easy.
1-0.
So I guess if we go to the West London Stadium against West Ham, imagine if we played that way against Forest, right? And we better pray that Antonio is not fit, right? But then now they
I
got
know.
Samaka,
Skamaka. Yeah,
Samaka,
Skamaka.
right? They got Samaka, right? So let's see what happens there, and let's hope that Dyer and Davis don't get found out. And don't forget, if I'm not mistaken, Romero isn't back yet. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and don't forget, the Sanchez thing now, right? Sanchez
Oh god, yeah.
has got 9 hours of clean sheets, right? So Sanchez should replace Romero.
I think he's been playing well, but I don't think he should replace Romero.
Oh no, that's just what's happening on Twitter, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing that's going on there now. So, but in the end of the day, if we do go there and somehow or another we find that we can click, or maybe I do find our weaknesses at the moment now, like we've been watching the games, right? Something is not really right in midfield. That's how I feel. Or
I think we
maybe,
need to play 3-5-2.
yeah. But if we do play 3-5-2, right? We can't have Emerson there, bro. You
But I'm
get what
saying, I would say I'm gonna do something completely. I pushed this last game. I'll do something completely ambidextrous or something weird like this. Play Kulusevski right wing back, and then put Basuma in midfield.
Yeah, but the thing is that wouldn't it be nicer if maybe he tried out Spence?
I just don't see him
with a
putting him in a game like
3-5-2.
this.
Will he? Will he put him in a
Or
game like that?
Doherty. I mean, you could say Doherty, but
Doherty,
You
is
know
he
what?
fit?
That's really interesting because if Decky
Yeah.
was in right wing back, because we know he can cross, we know he can do those things,
yeah.
and he's quick and he's strong. So I can kind of see that actually working.
But if Romero was there with Decky, I'll be more confident. But with Sanchez and Decky, that gives me a bit of iffiness because if Decky doesn't come back to defend well enough with Sanchez behind there, right, they will leave a lot of space for the Hammers to exploit. Right, that's how I see it. But would it be more? I mean, a plausible thing that we try out Spence instead of Royale at that position, right?
It's not like I'm totally against it. I just don't think Conte will do it so soon.
Right.
In a game like
true.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. I
fact.
feel like West Ham, they're very, from what I remember, like the energy of that team is very they're very kind of aggressive and very quick.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like more than Forest, they have a stronger mentality, I think.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be a lot more difficult.
Very much more difficult. Yeah.
I actually have a bad feeling we might lose on Wednesday.
Yeah, we might lose. We might lose because we haven't lost yet, right? So, but hard to say. We might draw. We might win, right? Because the window hasn't
I'm just
closed
more
yet.
inclined to
So
say we're going to lose because of where we're playing. I'm not confident.
But hard to say, for against the West Ham game, we might all of a sudden, we get some changes, right? Instead of, sorry to say, Son gets rotated, Richie plays up top with Kane and Decky, right? And maybe we might be able to get a surprise result, right? The only thing is that we still haven't brought in Bissouma, right?
I'd
And
like to
if you
see
say that,
Bissouma.
yeah. But the thing is that the Bissouma and Bentancur partnership, that's one thing that we haven't seen yet, right? Because we've still been seeing the Bentancur and Højbjerg partnership, right? Let's see how that happens, right? Let's see how that happens. Like Mark Swift says that West Ham are always
They're always up for it.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they're always up for us, right? Somehow let's go get him. Honest question to the panel: why do teams like Man
I think it's
United
to do with Kane's age.
players?
Partly, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I think last season, I think MCT was more or less the front runner, right? Front runner for Kane. But I think after when Levy says that you don't give me 200 million pounds, he's not going anywhere, right? So. MCT played, yeah. And then of course they spent already 100 million pounds on Grealish, right? So and then they were patient, they waited 1 year and then they got who they really wanted, right? So we know who they really wanted.
Eugene, I think like with Kane, I think he missed the window to leave now. I think last summer was his last chance.
More or less his last chance, right?
Yeah.
And over now, let's say I don't think Manchester United will come for Kane for 100 million now.
No,
I mean they're gonna spend like in between Casemiro and Anthony, they already blown 150 million, right? So that's how. Imagine the Glazers out movement. When they protest, it's in the thousands, and the
with
Glazers
us, it's just 100 people. I know. I went to
100 people. With us, it's just Daigle standing in Hospital Way.
No, I went to one of the protests.
You went to it, Has?
Well, not the ESL. I went to the. There was one in the summer. Before we had a manager. And there was like, shall I tell you how it went? So I turned up. I met some people I knew before, which was quite good. Like Ben and Sim were there as well from We Are Tottenham TV. A few other people in my Leave You Out WhatsApp group. And so it was nice to meet them in person for once. And then there was like a group of people, right, standing outside. And there was like people drinking and singing like Deli Alley songs. I was like, what kind of protest? What kind of protest is this?
It was some. Come on, that time was COVID, right? So everybody just got a chance.
Yeah, it was during. You're right. It was during COVID.
So it was more like a summer.
It felt more like I was at a festival for like.
Yeah, just to get some drinks in, to sing some songs, right?
Yeah.
All right, Chris Agamba says that spammers are always up for playing us. Yeah. It's their cup final. That's true. And always thoughts on Son will go to Barca or Real, to be honest. But Son signed he signed his extension last year, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Under Nuno, yeah.
When Harry Kane was throwing a fit, he signed his extension. So he's going to be with us until 2025 or 2026 or something.
Is he 29 now or 30, Son? I can't remember.
He's going to be 30 this year.
30.
30. He's going to be 30 this year. So I guess he'll be with us until 33 or 34, depending on what happened around there. Right, let's see what happens around there. And of course, score predictions for Hasper.
I hate to say this, but I think it's going to be 1-0 to West Ham.
Oh dear. Yeah. Google might be positive.
I was thinking 3-1, but now I'm thinking maybe 3-2.
To Spurs.
To Tottenham or to West Ham?
Yes, to Spurs.
So since Has, as already said, we're going to lose. Google must say we're going to win. So I'll say.
Don't worry, I'm going to be called toxic and negative by like tomorrow. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll say. I just that's how I feel. I'm not.
I think it's going to be a draw, something like a 1-1.
I think that's not a bad shout either. I mean, I'm not confident.
I see it that way, right?
If we play if he doesn't change it and we play like we did against Forest, it's going to be a very difficult game.
But haven't you not noticed, Harry? We've played like this against Chelsea, we played like this against Wolves, and we played like this against Forest. So do you think that'll change? Right? Unless you
No,
change
but
it
I'm
for
saying
personnel.
eventually your luck's gonna run out. So
Yeah, your luck is gonna run out, and unless you change it, you change the personnel, right? And let's see how it goes, right? And of course, while that Wolf says, right, do you rate our top? Of course we rate our top strikers, right?
yeah,
Of course
of
we rate
course, yeah.
Kane, we rate Son,
Yes.
right? And a lot. This is what I'm saying. Liverpool fans, right? Big up Son, right? I like him, right? And of course you,
I have Arsenal fans I'm friends with who like Son.
yeah. And
Who rate
we've
him.
been saying, right? Any
Yeah.
of the top 6 teams will take Son in a heartbeat, right?
He's
That's what I'm
loved by
saying.
like loads of other teams' fans,
Yeah.
like a lot.
Yeah, a lot. So that's a weird thing about our fan base. I don't know why it's so divided, and sometimes why it's so. I mean, so extreme. I won't go to that.
That's
But,
how it is though. Like you get as soon as you say something, you get labeled as something, or like
yeah, too extreme.
labeled as a buzzword or something, and it's just
Too extreme, right? So, Wednesday game for us in Asia is going to be really early in the mornings, right, Guguma? For you, it's about 4 a.m.
4
For me, it'll
a.m.
be
I think it's
yeah,
gonna be very late.
very early for us. Very early. Right.
So would you watch the game, Guguma, and then go to work because it's 4 a.m.
Is it on a Sunday? Is it?
No,
No, it's
it's
a Wednesday.
Wednesday
Oh
game.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a
I
Wednesday
don't know. I
game.
haven't thought about it. I guess so. I guess I haven't.
For me, it's very simple. It depends how tired I am after work when I come back, and if I can sleep early enough and wake up at 3 a.m. just to watch that game for 2 hours and go back to sleep again, right? And that was what happened last season. Woke
Oh,
up
you
at
see
4
that.
a.m. to watch that Brighton game at home.
Oh.
Yeah,
You know, I
yeah,
took one of my friends for the first time to the new stadium to that game, and he was all excited and stuff. We lost 1-0.
yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. And Son is like Milner for us, right? LFC 8-10 every game. Respect, yeah, that's true.
I should
But
rate
for this
Milner. I still
season,
think he'll do a job.
oh, but Milner is like 34 now,
Yeah, but
right?
he can play any position. He even played up front once for Liverpool.
James Milner, he's awesome. He's
Yeah,
for
he's
so
awesome.
long too.
Yeah. And imagine
People forget he played
after,
for Man City as well.
yeah, he played for Man City. After joining
I
from Liverpool,
remember.
moving over to from Man City, I thought he'll most probably have 2 seasons or so, but he's
No,
still
he
there.
just keeps going.
Yeah,
I remember he was at Man City and it was like Adam Johnson, I think. What's his name?
Yeah.
And, like,
yeah,
that whole team. Yeah, I remember.
yeah. But 4 a.m. for Guguma, 3 a.m. for us, and for you guys it's like 8 p.m. game, right? 8 p.m.
It's 7:45 for us.
Okay, that means it'll be 2:45 for me. Okay, gives me another 15 more
fine.
minutes. Yeah, 15 more minutes, right? Mark, it's 4 a.m. It's not bad.
50,
yeah. 50. Imagine last season against the Brighton game. I woke up at 4 a.m. just to watch the game, and I said, "Why did I wake up for 4 a.m. the game?"
It must really be annoying because obviously for us who would go to the game, obviously it's I find the traveling is actually quite tiring, and when you lose, it's just depressing. But like for people who get up at really early hours in the morning to watch games, I just don't know how you function. I'd be so my sleeping patterns would be so messed up.
But for me, it's because I work late. Like for Guguma, right? If she wakes up at 4 a.m. her time, after she watches that game, right? If we win, right? She'll be all happy and it's all the adrenaline up, and then she'll get ready to go to work, right? For me, if we win, I'll go back to sleep, have nice dreams, right? Wake up around another 5 hours later and go to work, right? If we lose, then you'll be like lying in bed and say, "What the hell happened? Why did I waste my time?"
But do you watch it? Do you have like a TV in your room or something, either of you, or do you get up?
Oh no, I
to
can't.
the couch and like get some chips.
I have to get into my den to watch it, right? So I have
den.
a den.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a den to watch it. No, I'll disturb the missus, right? She's gonna slap me. Don't forget you're married, right? You don't get that kind of scenarios, right? And of course, Wild Dead Wolf says that, are you scared of Brighton? You're talking. When's out?
Brighton are playing well.
Yeah, but when do we play Brighton? Is it coming up soon? I don't think so.
I think he means West Ham, but
Brighton. I think he's talking about Brighton because earlier we were talking about Potter. He says
Yeah.
Jamie LFC. Jamie is another Liverpool guy. He's got his podcast and all that. He sometimes joins me on the shows on my show, and we just we go back and forth, right? He really rates Potter, right? So he's waiting for if anything happens to Klopp. He hopes
Go get
that
Potter. It's not
they
Gerard.
yeah.
Gerard.
Yeah,
Oh,
you don't
poor
you don't
Gerard.
you don't know that while they will hear that getting Gerard. Yeah.
Oh, I thought last season Gerard did well, but this season he's been really bad.
I don't know about Gerard. Yeah, something is not
going
clicking with him. Right, something's really not clicking for him at the moment. Right, losing the first game against Bournemouth, guys.
Yeah, I know.
Bournemouth being smashed by City, being smashed by wherever they're being smashed by. Right, but of course they had a really tough games fixture coming up. Right, they had to play Arsenal, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Along the way they were smashed. So that's how I see it. Along the way getting smashed. So just hope that by the time we play Bournemouth, right, they don't wake up. They still asleep. Yeah. Let's hope that. Then at least we can go and smash them or something like that. Then
It's
maybe
Parker manager, isn't he, of Bournemouth, I think. Scott Parker,
Scott Parker, yeah. Somehow or another, sometimes pity Scotty Parker, right? Every team will
wow,
get
I
back
haven't
to
for us
seen him in such a
for
long
years.
time.
Yeah, he used to play for us too.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
he used to play for Fulham. He used to play for us. Right, he brought Fulham up, and it didn't work well. Couldn't get a tune out of Mitrovic. You see, Marco Silva has brought Fulham up this year, and he's got a tune Mitrovic, right? And Mitrovic is banging left, right, and center.
He looks.
So,
Have you noticed Mitrovic looks a bit more mature this year, from what I've
yeah.
seen? As in,
I think,
he's not done anything stupid yet.
yet, right? Yet, yeah. That's right. And don't go there, Wild Dead Wolf, right? We're gonna lose to Bournemouth. Oh, Bournemouth 3.0. Okay, Bournemouth 3.0. Is it Bournemouth 3? Tottenham? Oh, I'm not sure. Bournemouth 3.0. Yeah. Legend Scotty's legend. But the thing is that I don't know. Maybe it's time that his coaching abilities is being tested at the moment, and like the coaching abilities of Parker also is being tested at the. Gerard is being tested at the moment, right? All
Lampard
these
as well.
Lampard as well. So that is another story that we have to go into, right? Lampard, Parker.
It's great to think because, like, obviously, I grew up watching that England team with like Gerrard and Lampard, and now they're managers. It's just interesting to see how they're doing compared to when they were players. Even Scott Parker, I think, falls in that category because obviously he was a Spurs player. Because also they're upcoming managers, they're young managers. It means the next generation might watch them and they might be like, "Oh, this player was like."
Yeah,
when I was a lot younger.
But have you not noticed, right? These three players we're talking about are actually English managers.
Yeah, I know. They went to the next English managers.
English managers, right? So I don't know. Maybe they could be the next Gareth Southgate. Take over the England team, right? That's how
no, like Gareth Southgate. Not. The only England manager, I've got to be honest, the only England manager that I really liked, and it sounds kind of biased because he was a Spurs manager, was Harry Redknapp.
I love Harry Redknapp. I love him.
No, of course we love.
Even when he was Portsmouth, I loved him when he was at Portsmouth.
I can't mod you right now because I'm on my StreamYard. I don't have another the YouTube for Spurs Vision open. I can't do mods at the moment. The next time I will try to get it on, right? Because I only have one screen at the moment, which I'm using for my laptop. Yeah, right. Let me see whether I can mod you then.
I'd say thank you to Mark because I think he's told people to like and subscribe my channel about 4 times now. So thank you, Mark.
I thought I mod Mark a long time ago, but somehow another. Yeah, one of these days I have to get back to opening back my. Hold on, guys. Let me see whether I can do this. Let me see. I switch this back to. Let me manage this. Can I switch it back to my? Hold on, got the wrong one. Hold on, guys. Let me see whether I can switch it back to my.
Can I ask you what happened to Harry Redknapp? What is he doing these days?
Oh, he's just a pundit, I think.
Because
he went to after Tottenham. I think he went to QPR. I might be wrong. I think it was QPR, and he didn't do well at QPR. And I'm not sure if he went somewhere else after that. But he retired eventually. He was even when he was Tottenham. I think he was quite not old. I don't know the right word to use, but it was in the latter part of his career.
Right. I
I
always
loved
loved
Redknapp. I
his
loved it.
like sideline reactions, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it was the best. It was so cute.
But one of
Yeah.
my favorite games on the Redknapp, I don't even remember this. You know, we beat Liverpool 2-1 and we beat the broke unbeaten record. It was like his second game, I think it was.
Mhm.
And we scored like a last minute equalizer, last minute winner from like
Mhm.
Pavlyuchenko. And it was like in the rain. I remember going, it was like raining a lot. And you see Redknapp on the touchline going, yes.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
so cute. Mhm.
Yeah.
He was the
Yeah.
one like you probably know better than me, but as I recall, like when he came in, he really brought Tottenham up again, I guess, from like kind of like a lull before he was in. Is that
Yeah, we had
correct?
2 points after 8 games. Right.
Mhm,
Mm,
mhm. That's one. Okay, let me see. How do I mod people? Oh,
Harry's
I forgot.
cooking pies, apparently.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
I
Chris
don't.
says Harry Redknapp also appears in the adverts here in the UK for betting. Yeah, he's right. Yeah. I think
And his
maybe on
son is also a
Paddy Power.
pundit, right? His son, Jamie Redknapp.
Oh, I've actually met Jamie twice.
Oh, cool.
You have? Okay.
Outside the Spurs ground. You know when we had Redknapp as manager?
Hmm.
It was just by chance. He was walking to like obviously like there was I'm West Stand or I was West Stand Stadium.
Mod. Well,
And when you walk past, there was like an entrance for like the execs and stuff like that before ours.
All right.
And
Well, they
so
was
it's
a
not
major.
I saw Dembele there once actually. I have a picture with him. I have to find it.
Oh, cool.
And my dad asked him because at the time he wasn't playing. I think it was under Sherwood or something. And my dad asked Dembele, "Why are you so thin?" Because he looked really thin. And Dembele was like, he just shrugged his shoulders. And with Jamie Redknapp though, I just took a picture with him. He seemed like he was in a rush, but I think I've met him twice, and I met him like another time, if like a month later in the same area, because obviously he was coming to watch his dad. Tottenham, so. And Jamie Redknapp used to play for Tottenham as well before.
Yeah,
Redknapp was
Jimmy.
there.
Yeah. Jimmy I used to play for Tottenham. I'm gonna mod Guguma too. Yeah, I need to mod Guguma too.
But Guguma, do you like him as a pundit, Jamie Redknapp, or do you not get that commentary there? I don't know.
I see him sometimes. I don't know. I forget which channel he's on, but sometimes I see like snippets on YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah. What do you think of his punditry?
I like it. I think like, yeah, I have a good feeling when he talks. He seems like.
What does Waldemar says? Jamie, the flip flop pundit. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I never really got that from him.
Yeah.
I feel like he's pretty. I don't know. He's good analysis and like I don't know, just like his demeanor. I like it. So, what about you?
I'm a bit 50-50 about Jamie. I like Harry Redknapp's punditry. I think he's better, but.
Well, how many Spurs pundits do we have out there now, right? Apart from
Michael
Pundy, Dawson is a pundit, right?
Yeah, he's been doing punditry a lot.
Genus?
Oh, I don't really like Genus, but.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we have Genus. For us in Malaysia, we have Gary Stevens.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. Under our cable provider, under the Astro brand, right? They have their own, show, pre-show and post-show things and all that, right? Gary Stevens comes on. Recently, now at the moment, we're having Paul Robinson.
Oh, I like Robbo. I think he's quite good.
Paul Robinson, yeah, right. We have Paul Robinson at the moment.
I always remember him. Did you remember he scored that goal when it went over Foster's head?
Yeah, it bounced over.
yeah.
Yeah, it bounced over. That's it. Yeah. The only thing that struck that memory of Robinson is that, if I'm not mistaken, it was during the England game where he missed kick.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that actually broke my heart, right? And that after that goal, he never came back.
No.
That was actually.
But do you think that's quite similar for goalkeepers? Like, do you remember Peter Cech after that head injury? He wasn't the same.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that you're talking about injury. Come on, you're even talking about
I'm saying something happened, and then suddenly.
Yeah, it's always like that. Yeah, but I mean,
remember we signed Gomez.
Yeah. But guys, we already passed the 1.5 hours mark, right? So usually on my weekday shows, I don't go on that long. because I have to work the next day, right? And Guguma needs to work the next day too. And I'm not mistaken, right? Guguma, it's about 12:10 a.m. your time there, right?
Yes,
12
I had
a.m.
so much fun. It was
It's
so
good to have you back,
Yeah,
Guguma.
it's funny actually on the stream with you because you're always in the
Me
comments
too.
and then in stream. So
Yeah, it's so cool to be on a stream with you, Has, and I haven't talked with you, Jean, in so long. Thank you.
So nice to hear your voice again, right?
Mhm.
But before we end the stream, let me get rid of the banners. All right, Hasper TV. You put your link into the private chats.
have I?
Can you put it into the
Everyone
private chat?
Give me a minute.
subscribe to Hasper TV.
Then I'll put it into the comments. Then everyone can subscribe to your channel, right? If you can do that.
Give me a minute.
Somehow or another.
Should be this
Then
one.
Then I can. Yeah, don't send us somewhere else, right? Yeah, Harry. If you get it on, then I can mod you too. Somehow or another, I modded everybody today since I've got the mod.
Big up, Wild Dead Wolf. Big up.
Yeah, big up.
I haven't seen him before on the stream, but yeah.
Yeah, first time here, right? Yeah, big up to him. Yeah. Let me get.
Red Up from Sky. He's his father's son. I like Michael. Yeah, Michael Richards is a good pun there. Yeah, I'm just reading
Michael
the comments.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
he's
Jamie
in
O'Hara.
Man City, right? Micah Richards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him too.
He could have been a really good player, but I think he had injuries and that kind of ruined him, from what I remember.
Injuries, yeah.
Michael
But
Richards.
he was part of the champion team, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think then he got started getting injuries, and then that was it. But I remember Michael Richards came through at Man City. He was like it was quite a big thing. All the pundits were saying he's gonna be England's next centre back or right back. I can't remember.
Oh,
But I used
yeah.
to rate him.
Mm-hmm.
I used to rate him a lot, Michael Richards.
And guys, Hasper TV is in the chat, right? Please go over to hit the like and subscribe at Hasper TV, right? Harry's channel, right? And before I do closing, like usual, I'll say all the big ups to all the guys who joined us today. Of course, Wild Dead Wolf, big up to him. Thanks for joining. Even though you're a Liverpool fan, I'm sure Wild Dead Wolf knows that usually I do a lot of fans from all over clubs, right? Today is just because still very frustrated with our performance. That's why our channel this show just for Spurs fans to let the frustration out.
So I'm trying to think of a word.
We got the Mark Swift, right? Chris Agamba.
Hey Chris, you're right.
Yeah, big up Chris. You met up with Chris, right? Harry?
I've met Chris actually. Yeah.
Yeah, met Chris person. Yeah, he's a cool guy too. Chris joins us once in a while when he's free. Who else do we have? Of course, we must say big up to Guguma. And of course, don't forget Brian Daigle, right? Guguma and Brian Daigle. Yeah, Guguma, Brian Daigle. Who else do we have? Mark Swift. I guess these are the few people in the chats. Bob Spur, not to forget, right?
Yeah.
Bobby. Okay, before that, we go to Bobby. We will put this on for Bobby. Bob Spur, right? Bob Spur, right? Yeah, this for the NHS. Yeah, PayPal. Right, so if you can afford, please do go and support. Right, we're doing some donations for the NHS that help Bobby get through his COVID times. Right, and of course, not to say right, most hatred or something like that. Singaporean, right? 16-year-old. Right. Guys, last thoughts. Anything to say before we end the show?
Well, fingers crossed we sign 3 really good players before Thursday night.
Okay.
And we win on Wednesday.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Before Thursday night, we win on Wednesday. All right. Okay. All right.
So we win on Wednesday and we sign for 3 top class players by Thursday at 11 o'clock.
Yeah. That'll be more like a fantasy, right?
Multiverse.
Yeah. And of course, Guguma, good to have you back on again. And any last thoughts from you?
I think Has said it all. I pray that we have 3 signings and we win on Wednesday.
Yeah. But Has has got the extreme. He wants 3 top players, right?
Yeah, not Dan James, not the Welsh
Yeah,
wizard.
For me, it's probably we'll get Dan James, Adama Traore, and Harry Maguire will be the big signing of the season.
Oh, Harry Maguire. You know what?
No,
You
but
know what?
there was,
I don't
there
want
was
Harry Maguire, but
they were saying something about Stones, right?
John Stones.
Well,
Really?
maybe we can get John Stones. I don't know. There's always rumors out there.
But,
end of the season.
you know, with Harry Maguire, don't get me wrong, I really don't want him, but he has the best song.
Oh, no.
Oh, he does.
Don't you remember the song in the Euros or not? Do you guys not remember it?
I can't remember that.
He drinks
England
the
lost
vodka,
the
he drinks
Euros.
the Jaeger, his head's massive.
Yeah.
We used to sing it in the pub. That's the only reason I'm like, okay, it's fine. Because at least, like, I don't want him, but if we sign him, we have to sing a song. I'll just sing that song all game.
So that means we have a song to sing about him, right? So
yeah.
But of course, I don't know. Will it be considered an improvement on Dyer? That's the question, right?
You know what? I don't know. That's a good debate, actually.
It's gonna be a long debate.
Yeah, we'll be here for another 5 hours.
Right? It'll be a long, really long debate on whether who's better, right? And of course, why do you keep wanting us to sign Mings? Most probably he's right, you know. We'll get Traore, James, and Mings. We'll end up with these three players.
I really do not want Traore. I really don't want Traore.
But somehow or another, you never know. He's on a cheap, right?
This to me, this brings a bigger like issue because like Levy's pushing us to the point of desperation where we're accepting players like this.
No, Harry, it's always been like this.
I know, but what I'm saying is
deja vu in reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, Eugene, is that this happens, like you said, it happens every window. People like scream for signings. We get pushed to desperation, and then it gets to the last day. Oh no, it's fine. We'll take Dan James. Or it's fine. We'll take Troy because we're so desperate.
Yeah, I know. We've been there, done that, right? Seen it, right? And debate when I sleep in bed. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. Right, I'll catch you guys in the back room while I do the closing. Take care. See you later. Bye, guys. Thanks for the guys in the chat. Right. Thanks for joining us in the show. Thanks for your support. Come on, you Spurs. Let's beat West Ham.